Hafa and happy Volta 2014. It's been 2 hours since the polls closed and things are starting to pick up here at the University of Guam, better known as the Election Return Center. I'm joined here by Executive Director Maria Pangelinan, who no doubt has had a very busy day fielding calls and addressing some concerns to ensure that this primary election goes all smoothly. Maria, can you tell me some of the concerns that were raised to you today?
Well, one of them was the voters that were not registered. Another would be, something as little as the air conditioning leaking at Quintanilla Elementary School. But what was refreshing was that the precinct officials did what they could and continued to keep Quintanilla Elementary safe for the voters to come in.
Okay, and I know that the primary election normally has a low voter turnout. How would you say today's primary went?
Well, the campaigners, they as we were talking throughout the day, they were saying anywhere between 39 to 45%. So we're looking at that, and we'll take it from there and hope to build for the general election.
Is that lower than last year's last election?
I believe last year was around the low 40s. So maybe it'll come right around there.
In 2012.
Since 2012. Yes.
And I know that last night the GEC held a test election. Things went pretty quick there. Can you briefly tell me about how the tabulation process should go tonight?
Okay. As reconciliation is completed by the precinct officials and verified and validated by the GEC, when the cast ballots comes to our tables right by the tabulators. As they come in, they get put on the machines and we start tabulating.
Okay. I know that you reiterated time and time again to don't flip it, or basically to not cross over, because during the primary election, voters are only allowed to vote for one party. How do you foresee today's primary election going? Do you feel that there was a lot of spoiled ballots?
Possibly. That's the trend, and that's what's gone on here on Guam. And I think one thing to note is, if that's the real voice of the people, then let it be. But we want every vote to count, so we hope that we have a lower number of crossovers.
I know that this is your second election, your first gubernatorial election, but this also is the first election since the election reform law was passed. How would you say this election differs from the 2012?
I think the biggest difference for me would be the recruitment of precinct officials. We were so excited that we were able to have 290 precinct officials totally complete in the precincts at 6 o'clock this morning.
I know, in addition to those precinct officials, what also makes this election different is the new tabulation machines. With these new machines, I know they were expected to be quicker, less noisy. What time do you foresee us finishing the tabulation of all the results here at the University of Guam?
I have to give it to the experts, and they're saying anywhere between midnight and 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, 6 o'clock, even as late as 8 o'clock.
Well, thank you so much again, Maria. Things look pretty optimistic here at the University of Guam. Let's cross our fingers we finish early. Once we have more results here at Election Return Central, we'll report that to you on KUAM.com as well. Reporting here from Election Center, I'm Quintanilla.